Welcome, this is Tom Rush, Rush Reviews. Today we have for you a Fallkniven WM1. See that on the blade there? And this is originally designed by Peter at Fallkniven. It was designed initially for a woman's hand. Or smaller hands, or a woman's hand, and it's, as you can see, very slender, a little bit more petite for the for a lady's hand or a teenager's hand, and it really does still feel really good in my hand too. That's a medium hand wrapped around that, and as you can see, I've got a full 4-finger grip on it, and it has the Thermarun handle, which is a rubber material, which is able to be heated up, frozen to ridiculously low temperatures and high temperatures. You can it's very, considering it's completely molded around the knife steel, it's actually a great way to clean this. If you've been skinning an animal or whatnot, you can actually boil this and kill off any germs and whatnot, so that definitely helps. The actual tang on this is a broad tang, so quite literally the shape of this matches the outline that you see on the handle there, so it's very much the same shape, and it keeps your hand with a good grip, and you've got the advantages of that fantastic Thermarun rubber type material that they've got molded to it, which gives you a sufficient grip. Obviously helps with the cleaning and ergonomics, and it does a very good job. This is a very old design. It's still sold today, although they sell it now. This is a VG10 steel, okay, sandwiched between, or laminated between VG10's the centre there, and then it's got 420J slabs on each side of stainless. And you can see that there with that line running along, that's actually the end of the side slab of 420J stainless coming down to the line there, and you can see appearing as the VG10 stainless steel. Now they have I think it's a VGW, I think they called it, and it's like I think they're referring to that as like a high, they put a little bit more tungsten in the steel, and that gives you I believe takes it from 59 Rockwell to 60, and a little bit more longevity you get out before you need to sharpen and so forth. So that's about the only change that I'm aware of that they've done to this over the years, apart from they have had a blackened blade, this sort of thing, but ultimately it's stayed pretty true to the original. This was put out and advertised. Peter advertised this from Fallkniven, advertised this to women, and that didn't really take off, but lots of men were buying it, so they sort of dropped that's what the WM is for, woman. So yeah, a little bit of info there for you. The blade shape's a drop point. It's as I say, VG10. The grind on that is a convex, so that's the full convex grind, and that gives a little bit of extra strength to the edge, and helps it hold that edge a little bit longer. So works well. So they've been doing that for all their knives for as long as they've been in production, I believe. The fact that this is smaller allows it to be used with the sheath as a neck knife, So they're actually advertising this now as a small game hunting knife. And sort of dropped the woman moniker from it. It worked well for me, the woman bit, because I actually convinced my wife that we needed this to give her a knife to carry out with her. So, you can always use that one, free of charge. But it's probably not as popular today as it used to be. There wasn't as much choice out there as what we've got today, but still very popular, I believe. Just not as popular as it might have once been, because there's such a plethora of choice out there now. So the sheath, Zytel, which is quite a good alternative to the Kydex, and this sheath is perfect for the winter weather. It's a Swedish designed blade or knife, and it's designed in Sweden, and it's actually produced out of Japan, because it's a Japanese blade steel, and Japan has this agreement that if you're going to make a knife with VG10, that the knife has to be produced out of Japan. So so hence they get it manufactured in Japan. All the design and everything is done in Sweden. So it is a Swedish company. So it does have a it's got a drop point there. It's got the lanyard hole, which as opposed to the Fallkniven F1, this one has it in a lot nicer spot, so you can grip it without it quite being your hand quite covering it there, especially if you've got the smaller hands. So the spine on this one is a 3.5mm spine, and you can't strike a fire steel on that, even though it's got a sharp enough edge. It's 420J on the sides of the VG10, so obviously that's a softer steel, and if you go to strike a fire steel, you just end up damaging it because it'll sort of wear into the 420J slabs. So not good for that, but you can always use it for its intended purpose, which is really just a small EDC. You can use it as a canoe knife. You can put it in your backpack and go hiking. A great knife to have with you. You can use it for food prep. Obviously, it's able to be boiled and sanitized, so that goes a long way towards helping in the cleanup process. As I say, just the comfort, the size, the little sheath you can see there works a treat. Not everyone likes it, and you can get many other alternatives specially made for it if you wish. I believe they also come in a leather, so you can either have it as a leather dangler, which is the like two-piece, so that it dangles from the belt, or you can have it just with Kydex. You get made up, or they used to produce it with the Kydex, but not anymore. But that I'm aware of. Don't quote me there. So it's got obviously plenty of ample room for your belt, and it just disappears around your waist. So really nice little sheath, and you can wear it upside down, of course, if you want to wear it as a neck knife. Okay, and just to give you some dimensions, I'll just bring those up there for you. Let's have a look. So you're looking at the steel I've mentioned, VG10. You're looking at the Rockwell 59RC, the broad tang, the handle material Thermarun, the sheath Zytel. It's made out of just a plastic, but a better quality plastic for specific purposes. The length of the overall length of the knife, you're looking at 175 millimeters, 3.5mm on the spine thickness, 71 millimeters for the length of the blade, and you're looking at 77, of course, for the weight of it, 77 grams. So Yeah, like I say, a lovely little knife. Certainly great to be used as a neck knife as well if you're into that sort of thing. And yeah, that's not a lot else to say on it other than it holds a fantastic edge, as nearly all the Fallknivens do. Not nearly all of them hold a fantastic edge, and you just really need to, unless it's had really heavy use, to strop it back to a nice shaving sharp sort of point. And yeah, so no problems at all. Sharp as. And I've had this for over, let's say 13 years, maybe 14 even, maybe 12. I'm not sure, but I know it's definitely 12 years or over. So great knife, and really is fit for purpose, and I highly recommend you check it out. Have a look at some other reviews on it, and decide whether that's something that you or your wife or daughter or son, when you go camping, might appreciate. I certainly know what my wife did, even though she complained about the cost of it. Not that expensive when you consider that it's a really top quality knife. But obviously there's a lot more competition out there, and you might have a rethink and decide that you want something else. I do love the fact it's got that sharpening choil also, which I always appreciate, and I just love the ergos on it. So hey, a little bit small for my hand, I will admit, but for a small little fixed blade, yeah, you can't go wrong. So that's about it. I'd like to ask you to, if you want to hit the like, I'd really appreciate it. Hit the subscribe if you'd like to see more content like this. Comments are always appreciated. If you've got anything to add, any questions for me, please just put them in the comments down below, and I'll receive that and shoot a reply back to you. And yeah, until next time, this is Tom Rush signing off. Thank you. Bye-bye.